Hi, my name is Chartrand, and I am a buyer here at Angiodynamics, and I've been here a little over 3 years. My grandfather grew up in Cooperstown and was in the Navy and then worked on the railroad, and he is currently a mechanic at a country club at the young age of 74. About 6 years ago, he was diagnosed with PAD, and my grandfather did not take that very well. So at that time, 6 years ago, the only option that was presented to my grandfather to fix this was the surgery to go in and resection the arteries to remove the blockages. Arion was not an option or anything of the sort. So it was the invasive surgery. You're 8 weeks out of work, and at that time he couldn't do that. And it was also scary to him because of the chances that you take with having them resection your arteries. Over the summer, we were working together in the barn, my grandfather and I, and my grandmother was off doing something else. It clicked that Arion, which is something that I work with regularly, could potentially help him depending on how blocked his arteries were, and could keep him from having to have that resection surgery. So I pulled it up on my phone on YouTube to show him what it was. Him and my grandmother were there. And I showed them, and he was all for it. He lit up and he goes, I gotta find a doctor that'll do this. And I reached out to Joanna here for doctor options that she knew of. And he actually looked up the same doctor, Dr. Maida, that she suggested. The first procedure was actually, he was scheduled for just an angiogram. And when they went in to do the angiogram, saw that the blockage in his right leg was bad enough that they needed to perform the procedure that day, or they might lose their window of opportunity to effectively use it. So I want to say it was about 3 hours that he was in there, and they were able to successfully place 2 stents and clean out the artery in his upper leg and in his groin area. And he has been great ever since. It meant we had a lot more years with him, honestly, because the level of blockage that he had could have negatively impacted him a lot sooner had he not gone to the doctors and had he not learned about Arion. And it gave us our grandfather back. He's more upbeat, ready to go out and work in the barn, work on vehicles, whatever he wants to do, he can go do it now. Honestly, if I didn't work here, I wouldn't really know what PAD was. It's not actively talked about, and I'd really want for other people who either are experiencing the symptoms of pains in their legs and whatever else they may be dealing with at that time to consider PAD as a potential problem, because it's not widely talked about. And like I said, if I didn't work here, I wouldn't really know what it was. And if it weren't for working here, I wouldn't know what Arion was. And if it weren't for Arion, we would not have our grandfather back.